Okay, hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Yellow, and now we're going to find out what the item is, and it is Super Potion. That doesn't seem that much worth it, so now we have to make our way all the way back using these elevators. So we have to do the whole thing all over again, and it was just so that we could get a Super Potion, which seems like a pretty useless reward, but I think we can take... No, that's not what I wanted to do! Okay, I think that can definitely be classed as the most just whiny, whingy voice I have made so far in this or any other LP. That was just literally... You guys probably enjoyed me doing that so much. You probably just enjoyed watching me going to the wrong, like, travelator tile thing just so much because you enjoy watching my pain, and I think it's the top one. Yeah, it is. Oh my god. This is a lovely way to start out a part. Firstly, we find a Super Potion, and then we, like, get on the wrong travelator. So... I like the way Pikachu, like, spins around as well. How are you doing now? I'm still the same. Oh, lovely. Well, this is my favorite part of the song again. Let's see what's up here. What's up here? It's one of you guys with the black hats. That reminds me of something funny. Do you know the way, like, they're dressed up like burglars, like they're all in black and stuff? I remember one time we were doing this thing down in Killarney, this big, like, music presentation thing, and our music teacher who conducted our choir or whatever, he, like, was dressed in black trousers and, like, a black, turtleneck, jumper, sweater, whatever, like, and everyone was telling him that he looked like a burglar. And he was like, what? No, this is my cool jumper, because he's quite old. He's like about 36 or 7 or whatever. Quite old. That's not old. Not compared to me when I'm like 20. I'm hardly young myself anymore. But everyone was saying that he looked like a burglar. And there used to be this ad for Cadbury's Milk Trade that like had like this guy in it that was like a burglar or whatever, and it used to be called like Lady Loves Milk Tray or whatever. So we used to just be like, oh, why did you wear that? Is it because the lady loves milk tray? And like everyone just like kept ragging on him about his like his polo neck turtleneck sweater or whatever, which I thought was a pretty cool jumper, to be honest. But it was just funny because he looked like a burglar, and I think burglar is just one of those words that is just funny no matter what, even if it's connotated with just something like negative. The word burglar is just a funny word to say, and I'm even laughing now as I say it. Burglar. It's just a really hilarious word. What? Oh, why are you doing this? See, this is what happens. You see, when I go off on rants like that, it's like my hands just take over playing the game, and my mind is elsewhere. But like, because I've played Pokemon for the last 11 years, nearly 12 years, I just instinctively know what to do. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, like, realizing that you've been doing that. Is very, very strange, because, I don't know, you wouldn't think that you'd be able to do that. Ash defeated Rocket! This won't do. No, it won't do. But don't panic! And what is this item? It's a Hyper Potion. Well, at least that's more useful than a Super Potion. Let's fight this guy very, very quickly. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! Woo! 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 Well, no, I don't think he ever did that, but he definitely went a bit crazy. Danger, Will Robinson! Oh, Grimer, I hate to have to kill you, but I do. It's not you that's bad, it's your owner. It's like what they say, there's no such thing as a bad dog, only a bad owner. So, I definitely think that's quite true, because any dog can be a good dog, as if they're raised properly from being a puppy. Well, Pikachu's really gaining on those levels, isn't he? Coughing! I love coughing. He's just... wait till you see the happy expression on his face. Look at him! I mean, look how happy he is! He has to be the happiest looking Pokemon, like, sprite in this game, because coughing just looks so happy. He's like, ah, I am coughing! 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 It's like he just, like, loves flying around. Like Cat Face. He just loves flying around like Cat Face. And just being happy. Just all the time. Just completely blissful, like an unsägliches Vonnegefühl or whatever, that's all the time. That's become my new favourite word, unsägliches Vonnegefühl. Well, combination of two words. It's just so funny. I don't know why, but it's just such a funny combination of words. It basically means like, oh, basically a way of saying like, oh, like a wave like of bliss or whatever, like a blissful feeling, like a powerful blissful emotion or whatever. And it just sounds funny, like unsägliches Vonnegefühl, because it sounds almost sarcastic. Like you'd never use it in like the proper sense of like saying that you were happy. You'd only say it if you were kind of exaggerating and like, I don't know. It's just, I think it's just hilarious sounding. Unsägliches Vonnegefühl. Okay, can I please stop saying unsägliches Vonnegefühl? Ash defeated Rocket again. Like, we didn't see that coming because Pikachu is a complete and utter monster now. Did any of you guys see that song that goes like, I don't know, it's like a weird rap song. One of these newfangled rap songs. And it goes like, I'll make you into a monster. It appears to need a key. But where are we supposed to get one of them? Oh my god, don't tell me. Oh yeah, there's another stairs we can go up. Okay, well that's okay, don't worry. It's just a little airborne. It's still good, it's still good. Don't worry, don't panic. Because we can still, there's still somewhere else we can go. There's another floor that we can go to and fight this dumbass. I don't care, I'm not going fast forwarding because I just think it's a bit annoying for you guys to fast forward. And it's fun just to have a couple of videos now and then, especially when we're going through the game corner, just have a couple of videos that are... Like, I mean, the thing is that you wouldn't be able to fast forward if it were you that were playing the game, so... I don't... Isn't that the whole point of a Let's Play, that it feels like you're playing the game with the person? So... I don't know, I don't like fast forwarding that much. Like, I know I did it before, but that was only on some of those routes that were really crazy and really annoying, so... I didn't mind it then, but in a place like the game corner that's a dungeon, I think I wouldn't fast forward. I think it's fun just to do it like this. All the Rockets have the same face. They all look like Richard O'Brien. Richard O'Brien, the guy who did Rocky Horror Picture Show, and the guy who presents the Crystal Maze. Oh my god, the Crystal Maze. Does anyone ever see that show? Well, I don't know. And you guys, the people who are watching from Ireland or the UK might have seen it. But like, I don't think any of the Americans would have seen it. But it's just so, I used to watch it all the time when I was younger. It's basically this show where Richard O'Brien, the guy who did the Rocky Horror Picture Show, basically has this whole set, and he has like a team of people, and they do challenges, like contestants, like, do you know, that kind of way. It's kind of like the precursor to shows like Takeshi's Castle and stuff like that, I suppose. But I don't know, it's just a weird program because there was like 4 zones. There was like the Aztec zone, the Industrial zone, the Future zone, and the Medieval zone, and they all had like they all were themed as such. And like it was just the weirdest show because all of these places were so giant. Like, there'd be a huge kind of hub world where they'd be going around that would be in the style of, like, in the Aztec zone, it was in the style of like a Peruvian like jungle with ruins and stuff like that. And it was just huge, and there'd be all these rooms off of it then where they'd do the challenges, and all of the challenges were like the person would have to go in on their own, like one person of the team. So the captain of the team would say, okay, I want Derek to do this challenge. But what he'd say is they wouldn't tell you what the challenge was going to be. What the captain would say is, okay, I want Derek to do a skill challenge, because the challenges were divided into like skill, what were the other ones? Strength was another one, and there was probably something to do with intelligence or something like that, I don't know. But so yeah, that's what, and like, I don't know, it was the most just funny program because Richard O'Brien was the host, and he was just like, he used to wear the craziest clothes and just act like a complete crazy person for the whole show. And I just remember it was the funniest program ever, and I loved it because I love things like with challenges and stuff, and I love Professor Layton as well because I love puzzles and things. And I always thought, oh, it would be so fun to go on that show, the Crystal Maze, if I could go on the Crystal Maze. And if you won a challenge, like, here I am like explaining the whole game to you. If you won a challenge, like, your prize would be that, like, you get a crystal, because it was called the Crystal Maze. Okay, here everything's kind of coming together. It was called the Crystal Maze, so you'd get a crystal, and that crystal was worth 10 seconds in the Crystal Dome, which was this thing at the end where the Crystal Dome was like after you've done all the challenges, or done like done like so many challenges during the course of the show, you'd all go to the Crystal Dome, and like money would fall from the ceiling, and your team would have to like try and grab the money. But okay, I think I just instinctively went, okay, I want to get that. Your team would have to grab the money, so the more crystals you got by winning challenges, the more time you'd have to grab money in the Crystal Dome. But you see, if you like ran out of time, because every challenge was timed, like some of them were timed, and also there were ones that were an automatic lock-in, which is where like, Joe, if you made a mistake, you'd get locked into the room. But if you ran out of time or you got the automatic lock-in thing, then that would mean that you would have to like get locked into the room and you wouldn't get the crystal, but also you'd have one less teammate at the end. You'd have one less team member at the end for doing your for being in the Crystal Dome grabbing money. So it was like, and as well, like, but the captain had a choice. Like, if they had crystals, they could release one of the members from the room that they were locked into, but they'd have to give up a crystal. So they'd have to make the choice whether it would be more like worthwhile to have 10 extra seconds in the Crystal Dome, or whether they'd prefer to have a team member in the Crystal Dome. And we're just picking up all items all over the place, and I'm just talking about the Crystal Maze. But now let's fight this guy. So yeah, the Crystal Maze. All you guys are gonna like look up the Crystal Maze, and I don't know if there are even going to be videos of it on YouTube or anything. But it's like, I loved that show so much, the Crystal Maze. And like, if they like won, if they got like so much money or whatever, they'd get prizes and stuff. But if they didn't get like, if they got hardly anything in the Crystal Dome at the end, they'd get like a little crystal like as a souvenir that like had engraved on it saying like, I cracked the Crystal Maze. It's just like, I haven't seen that show literally in about like 6 or 7 years, I'd say. Actually, I'd say almost about 10 years. Because I can't remember the last time I saw it. It was just the craziest show. It really was. It was mental. But then, of course, it was Richard O'Brien that was like in charge of the show, so I guess that's to be expected. So, what have you guys been doing? Here I am talking about the Crystal Maze, and you guys are just watching me just do crap, and Pikachu growing to level 31 because he knows Thunderbolt. It's so true. Like, did you notice how once Pikachu knew Thunderbolt, just there were no more problems? Oh no, I dropped the lift key! No, what? No, what? Oh, for God's sake. So much crap use on Pikachu. Whatever. Just so we can get the lift key. Well, I'm gonna have to use some of that other crap as well, because we're going to be getting other items, aren't we? Like other M-tums. Yeah, I need the lift key, but I don't need like stuff like... Well, I do need all of this stuff. Oh, for God's sake. I don't need these. Toss 2. Bye, escape rope. Did I really toss them? No, I didn't. Is it okay to tell you? Yes, it's okay. Okay, since we got the lift key, in the next part, what we're going to do is we're going to use the lift and go to the last part of the Rocket Hideout in the game corner. So I'm just going to make my way over there, and you can watch me make my way over there. And in the next part, in between videos, I'll like heal up and stuff. So don't worry, I will heal up and stuff in between videos, and in the next part we'll just do the end of the game corner, which should be fun, and we might even get to do something else that's really special. So, I'll see you next time on Let's Play Pokemon Yellow, and this is RockPaperMario. Thanks for watching! God, that sounded like Uncle there at the end. Uncle from... Would I just stop talking? It sounded like Uncle from Jackie Chan, you know, like, Uncle! Magic must defeat magic! Yo, okay, no, I'm shutting up now. Goodbye. Bye, everyone.